Good afternoon, my students. In this very happy occasion, allow me to present our today's topic of lecture about understanding discussion text. For the first presentation, we will talk about what is a discussion text. Here, I'd like to make the imagination that suppose that we imagine that you and your friends are chatting about a topic, and each of you has a different perspective or opinion. A discussion text is like that conversation written down. It's all about presenting various viewpoints and arguments so that readers can understand the different aspects and make their own informed decisions. Usually, a discussion text starts with an introduction to the topic, followed by the presentation of different perspectives. Each viewpoint is supported by reasons and evidence, and the writer often wraps things up with a conclusion that summarizes the discussion and may even offer a personal opinion. So here, I'd like to give the conclusion about the discussion text. The discussion text is a kind of text when we make a discussion and share a different perspective or opinion during the discussion itself. And the second one, I'd like to present about what are the purposes of a discussion text. In Form A, discussion text aims to inform readers about a particular topic, issue, or question by presenting different perspectives, opinions, or arguments. Encourage critical thinking by exploring various viewpoints. Discussion text encourage readers to think critically, analyze different perspectives, and develop their own opinions. Stimulate debate by presenting contrasting ideas. Discussion text can spark conversations and debates among readers, fostering a deeper understanding of the issue at hand. So here we have three kinds of the purpose of a discussion text. The first one is to inform. The second one is to encourage critical thinking. And the third one is to stimulate debate. And the third one, I'd like to show you about what are the characteristics of a discussion text. There are some characteristics of a discussion text. The first one is thinking verbs. These verbs describe mental processes or cognitive actions such as thinking, believing, understanding, considering, or assuming. They can be employed in a discussion text to present the thoughts or opinions of the writer, experts, or others involved in the dialogue. For example, many believe that the government should invest more in renewable energy. The second one is modal verbs. Modal verbs such as can, could, may, might, will, would, shall, should, must express possibility, probability, necessity, or obligation. They can be used in discussion texts to indicate the level of certainty or commitment to a particular viewpoint. For example, parents should encourage their children to read more books. And the third one is adverbs of manners. Adverb of manners describe how an action is performed, giving more information about a verb. They can be helpful in a discussion text to provide emphasis or to clarify the way a point is being made. Some common adverbs of manners include clearly, quickly, slowly, carefully, and strongly. For example, the economy has grown rapidly in recent years, leading to an increase in job opportunities. The fourth one is connectives. Connectives are words or phrases that link ideas, sentences, or paragraphs. They help guide the reader through the text and show the relationships between the different arguments. Some common connectives used in discussion texts include however, on the other hand, in contrast, moreover, and furthermore. For example, the new law is expected to improve public safety. However, some critics argue that it infringes on personal freedom. The fifth one is passive voice. Passive voice can be used in discussion texts to provide a more neutral tone or to focus on the action rather than the agent performing it. For example, it is believed that blank, 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 or it has been suggested that blank, blank, blank are passive constructions that emphasize the point being made without referring to a specific person or group. For example, as you can see here, it is believed that practicing mindfulness meditation can help reduce stress and improve overall well-being. And the sixth one is reported speech, otherwise known as indirect speech, is a way to convey what someone else has said or written without quoting them directly. This can be useful in discussion texts when referring to the opinions or arguments of experts or other sources. For example, as you can see on the slide, according to the various studies, people who exercise regularly are less likely to develop chronic health issues. The fourth one, I'd like to bring you to the what is the structure of a discussion text. There are some structures of a discussion text as follows. The first one is statement of issue. This is the opening part of a discussion text where the writer introduces the topic or issue that will be discussed. The statement of issue provides a brief overview and sets the context for the debate. It should be clear, concise, and engaging to capture the reader's attention. For example, so it might look something like this, blank, blank, blank. Over the past decade, the rise of social media platforms has transformed the way people communicate and interact with each other. Although social media offers numerous benefits, such as increased connectivity and access to information, concerns have emerged about its potential impact on mental health, especially among young people. The discussion will explore the advantages and drawbacks of social media usage, aiming to provide a balanced understanding of its effects on mental well-being. The second one is list of supporting points. After presenting the issue, the writer should provide a list of points that support one side of the debate. This point should be well reasoned and backed by evidence, such as facts, examples, or expert opinions. Each supporting point should be presented in a separate paragraph with a clear topic sentence and relevant details. For example, based on the above example, the supporting points can be blank, blank, blank. One of the best things about social media is that it connects people all over the world. This means that people can keep in touch with friends and family even when they live far away. This spiritual connection can offer emotional support and foster a sense of belonging. which can be particularly important for those who may feel isolated or disconnected in their daily lives. Social media also serves as a powerful tool for sharing information and raising awareness about important issues such as social justice, environmental concerns, and public health. By providing a platform for individuals and organizations to amplify their voices, social media can contribute to positive change and promote global awareness. And the third one is list of contrast points. Following the supporting points, the writers should present a list of contrast points that represent the opposing side of the debate. Like the supporting points, these points should be well reasoned and backed by evidence. Presenting contrast points help to provide a balanced view of the issue and encourages the reader to consider different perspectives. For example, here, continuing from the example above, you can write blank, blank, blank. Despite these benefits, excessive use of social media has been linked to increased feelings of loneliness, anxiety, and depression, particularly among adolescents and young adults. Studies suggest that constantly comparing oneself to others online may lead to feelings of inadequacy and lower self-esteem, which can negatively impact mental health. Moreover, the prevalence of cyberbullying and online harassment on social media platforms can create toxic environments and exacerbate mental health issues. Victims of cyberbullying may experience increased stress, anxiety, and depression. And in some cases, these negative experiences can have long lasting consequences. And the fourth one is the recommendations. After presenting both supporting and contrast points, the writer may choose to offer recommendations based on the discussion. In this section, the writer synthesizes the information from the discussion and offers practical suggestions that take into account both the positive and negative aspects of the issue. This helps the reader to consider possible actions or changes that could address the problem or improve the situation. Well, I think that's all for my presentation of our topic of discussion today. And our discussion will be continued with the task or the assignment for the student for analyzing this text into the element, for example, the generic structure, the important points of discussion text that I've presented to you earlier. So within this lecture, I hope all of the students will be able to identify or analyze the characteristics, the elements, the generic structure of the discussion text that can be found in this text. The text entitled Nuclear Energy Advantage or Disadvantage. Well, for the time being, please analyze this well. I'll give you the time for about 10 minutes in doing or completing all of the instruction. Time is yours. Okay, for your information, the material of today's discussion has been sent into our WhatsApp group number. Please check the document or the material so that you can reread and analyze the elements or some characteristic of discussion text that are suitable or relevant with the text being given. Once again, I'd like to remind all of you that you have for about 10 minutes in finishing all of the instruction or orders given in this lecture. Okay, it's time to answer the questions. Would like to make the answer for about the characteristic of this text. Who would like to make the answer? Okay, such as about the thinking verbs, which one is the thinking verb, modal verbs, adverb of manner, connectives, passive voice, and reported speech. Characteristic. Okay, which one is the thinking verbs? Which one is modal verb that are used in this text? Well, I'd like to choose Taman. Do you have any idea about which one is the thinking verb, the verb, modal verb, and adverb of manner used in this text? After reading and analyzing this text. Hello, Taman. Could you hear my voice? Hello. Yanto? Mr. Eko? Eko, please.
Yes, I'm still confused. So
Okay.
I
Please
yeah,
analyze. Please analyze, like I said earlier, about which one is the thinking verb, modal verb, adverb of manner, connective, passive voice, and reported speech that are used in this text. Maybe one of them. Okay, who would like to give his or her opinion about the characteristic of the discussion text found in this text? Maybe one of them. Connective, maybe passive voice or reported speech.
May I try, Pak?
Okay, please, Dewi.
So far, after I have read it through, at the moment I just found like connectives.
Yes.
It was mentioned, however. Yes, the first paragraph.
However, which
Some
one?
others, however, disagree because
Which paragraph?
something. The first one, but the last sentence.
Okay.
Some others, however, disagree because of its risk to the environment, and also the last paragraph that I have found. There are also, however, government should make sure that nuclear reactors construction and something I couldn't read. Yeah.
Yes.
So far that I found, Pak.
Okay, thank you, Dewi. That's right. I think the use of connective, okay, like you said previously or earlier. However, okay, I think that's all for today. Before I end the meeting, I'll send the link of the attendance into our chat below, and also the rest of characteristic of the discussion text will become your homework. And please do it correctly and submit it by using our eCampus platform. Hold a minute. I'll send the link of the attendance. Okay, the first one is for the executive student. And the second one is for the regular class. Okay, have you got the links? Yes. Dewi, have you got the link? Maybe the others, have you got the link? Hello?
Ya, Pak.
Yes,
I have
okay,
I
please
get
fill in
the
your,
link.
please fill in your personal identity into the links.
Okay, sir. Thank you.
Okay, I think that all for today. And before closing the lecture, I'd like to summarize what I've discussed so far here. That today's we have discussed about discussion text, and I hope what I've described or presented today will give you new perspective or insight in understanding the discussion text itself. Thank you for your attention and participation, and see you next week, and goodbye.